Procrastination Annihilated. Conquer the clock and reclaim your life. Chapter 1. The Procrastination Paradox. Understanding the gap between intention and action. Procrastination. The word itself carries a weight of guilt, frustration, and often self-loathing. We've all been there, staring at a looming deadline, knowing we should be working, yet finding ourselves inexplicably drawn to anything but the task at hand. We scroll through social media, organize our sock drawer, even clean the grout in the bathroom. Anything to avoid the thing we know we need to do. This is the procrastination paradox. We intend to act, we know the consequences of inaction, yet we still choose to delay. This chapter will dissect this paradox, exploring what procrastination is, the various forms it takes, debunking common myths surrounding it, and delving into the psychological underpinnings that drive this seemingly self-defeating behavior. Defining the beast. Procrastination isn't simply laziness. It's not about being unproductive all the time. It's a more nuanced and complex phenomenon. At its core, procrastination is the voluntary delay of an intended action despite knowing that the delay is likely to have negative consequences. The key word here is voluntary. We're not talking about unforeseen circumstances or genuine emergencies that prevent us from completing a task. Procrastination is a conscious choice to postpone something, even when we know it's not in our best interest. The many faces of procrastination. Procrastination manifests in various forms. Some people are chronic procrastinators, consistently putting things off across all areas of their lives. Others are occasional procrastinators, only struggling with specific types of tasks or situations. Still others are task-specific procrastinators, only delaying action on certain projects or activities. Understanding which type of procrastinator you are is the first step towards addressing the issue. Chronic procrastination. This is a pervasive pattern of delaying tasks across multiple domains, impacting work, relationships, and personal goals. It often becomes a deeply ingrained habit and can significantly affect overall well-being. Occasional procrastination. This type of procrastination occurs periodically, often triggered by specific stressors or situations. While not as pervasive as chronic procrastination, it can still lead to missed deadlines and increased stress. Task-specific procrastination. This involves delaying certain types of tasks, such as writing a report, making a phone call, or starting a new project. It might be related to fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply disliking the task itself. Busting the myths. Several common myths surround procrastination, hindering our understanding and making it harder to overcome. Let's debunk a few. Myth 1. Procrastination is just laziness. As mentioned earlier, procrastination is not simply laziness. It's often driven by complex emotional factors such as fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. Myth 2. Procrastinators are bad at time management. While poor time management can contribute to procrastination, it's not the sole cause. Even people with excellent time management skills can still procrastinate. Myth 3. Procrastination is a personality trait. While certain personality traits might make someone more prone to procrastination, it's not a fixed characteristic. Procrastination is a learned behavior that can be changed. Myth 4. I work best under pressure. While some people might experience a surge of energy and focus when facing a deadline, this last-minute rush is not a sustainable or healthy way to work. It often leads to increased stress, lower quality work, and missed opportunities. The psychology of delay. So, why do we procrastinate? The answer lies in the complex interplay of psychological factors. Procrastination is often a way to avoid uncomfortable emotions such as fear of failure. We might delay a task because we're afraid of not doing it well enough or of being judged. Perfectionism. The desire to do something perfectly can lead to procrastination, as we become paralyzed by the fear of not meeting our own impossibly high standards. Anxiety. Overwhelming feelings of anxiety about a task can lead us to avoid it altogether. Boredom. Tasks that we find boring or uninteresting are often prime candidates for procrastination. Overwhelm. Feeling overwhelmed by the size or complexity of a task can lead us to put it off. Understanding these psychological drivers is crucial for breaking free from the procrastination cycle. It's not enough to simply try to force ourselves to work. We need to address the underlying emotions and thought patterns that fuel our procrastination. In the following chapters, we will explore these drivers in more detail and provide you with the tools and strategies you need to conquer the clock and reclaim your life. Chapter 2. The Procrastinator's Mindset, Decoding the Inner Saboteur. Procrastination isn't just about what we do, or rather, what we don't do. It's deeply rooted in how we think. This chapter delves into the procrastinator's mindset, exploring the common thought patterns, cognitive distortions, and emotional drivers that fuel the urge to delay. Understanding these internal saboteurs is crucial for breaking free from their grip and taking control of your actions. Thought patterns, the narratives of delay. Our thoughts play a powerful role in shaping our behavior. Procrastinators often engage in specific thought patterns that reinforce the cycle of delay. These might include minimizing the consequences, it's not that important, or I have plenty of time. Downplaying the negative consequences of procrastination allows us to justify putting things off. Rationalizing delay, I work better under pressure, or I'll be more motivated later. These are common excuses we use to convince ourselves that procrastination is actually beneficial or harmless. Focusing on the negative, this is too hard, or I'm not good at this. Dwelling on the difficulty of a task or our perceived lack of ability can lead to avoidance. Catastrophizing, if I don't do this perfectly, I'll be a failure. Exaggerating the potential negative outcomes of a task can create paralyzing fear and lead to procrastination. Cognitive distortions, twisting reality. Cognitive distortions are biased or irrational thought patterns that distort our perception of reality. They often contribute to procrastination by creating negative emotions and hindering productive action. Some common cognitive distortions among procrastinators include perfectionism, setting impossibly high standards for ourselves and then procrastinating because we fear not meeting them. All or nothing thinking, seeing things in black and white, either perfect or a complete failure, leaving no room for progress or imperfection. Mental filtering, focusing only on the negative aspects of a task while ignoring any positive or neutral elements. Personalization, taking things personally that are not related to us, such as assuming that a challenging task is a reflection of our inadequacy. Emotional reasoning, making decisions based on how we feel rather than on logic or reason. For example, I feel overwhelmed, so I can't possibly start this project. Emotional drivers, the fuel of procrastination. Procrastination is often driven by a desire to avoid uncomfortable emotions. These emotions can vary from person to person, but some common ones include anxiety, fear or worry about a task, its complexity, or its potential outcomes. Boredom, lack of interest or engagement with the task at hand. Frustration, feeling stuck or challenged by a task, leading to avoidance. Guilt, feeling guilty about past procrastination, which can ironically lead to further procrastination as a way to avoid these feelings. Shame, a deep sense of inadequacy or worthlessness, which can be triggered by the thought of failing or not meeting expectations. Overwhelm, feeling overwhelmed by the sheer size or complexity of a task, leading to paralysis and inaction. The procrastination cycle. These thought patterns, cognitive distortions, and emotional drivers often work together to create a self-perpetuating cycle of procrastination. For example, someone might feel anxious about starting a project, emotional driver, which leads to thoughts like, I'm not good at this, cognitive distortion. This, in turn, leads to procrastination behavior, which then reinforces the initial anxiety and creates feelings of guilt and shame, perpetuating the cycle. Breaking the cycle. The key to overcoming procrastination lies in becoming aware of these internal processes. By identifying your common thought patterns, recognizing your cognitive distortions, and understanding your emotional triggers, you can begin to disrupt the cycle of delay. The following chapters will provide you with practical tools and strategies to challenge these negative thoughts, manage your emotions, and ultimately, take control of your actions. It's about shifting from being a victim of your own mind to becoming the master of your own destiny. Chapter 3. The Roots of Delay, Unearthing the Underlying Causes. While Chapter 2 explored the internal landscape of the procrastinator's mind, this chapter delves into the external and often more deeply rooted reasons behind procrastination. These roots extend beyond immediate thoughts and emotions, encompassing personality traits, learned behaviors, environmental influences, and even the impact of stress, fatigue, and motivation. Understanding these underlying causes is essential for creating lasting change and breaking free from the procrastination cycle. Personality factors, predispositions, and propensities. While procrastination isn't a fixed personality trait, certain personality characteristics can make individuals more susceptible to it. These might include conscientiousness. Individuals with lower levels of conscientiousness, characterized by impulsivity and a lack of self-discipline, may find it harder to stick to schedules and prioritize tasks. Neuroticism. Those with higher levels of neuroticism, prone to anxiety and worry, might procrastinate as a way to avoid situations that trigger these negative emotions. Perfectionism, again, but from a trait perspective while discussed as a cognitive distortion. Perfectionism can also be a personality trait, driving a fear of failure and leading to procrastination as a form of self-protection. Impulsivity. A tendency to act on immediate urges rather than considering long-term consequences can contribute to procrastination by making it difficult to resist distractions and stay focused. Learned behaviors, the power of habit. Procrastination is often a learned behavior, developed over time through repeated patterns of delay. These patterns can be reinforced by various factors such as early childhood experiences. Experiences with authority figures, expectations, and the consequences of missed deadlines can shape our relationship with work and responsibility. Modeling. Observing others procrastinate can normalize the behavior and make it seem more acceptable. Reinforcement. If procrastination has, in the past, led to a reduction in immediate stress or unpleasant feelings, it can be reinforced as a coping mechanism, even if the long-term consequences are negative. Environmental influences. Setting the stage for delay. Our environment plays a significant role in our ability to focus and be productive. A cluttered, noisy, or distracting environment can make it much harder to resist the urge to procrastinate. Consider these environmental factors. Physical environment. A disorganized workspace, a lack of privacy, or constant interruptions can make it difficult to concentrate and complete tasks. Social environment. The people we surround ourselves with can influence our behavior. If our friends or colleagues are also procrastinators, it can normalize the behavior and make it harder to break the cycle. Technological environment. Constant access to social media, email, and other distractions can make it incredibly challenging to stay focused on important tasks. Stress, fatigue, and lack of motivation, the triple threat. These three factors can significantly contribute to procrastination, creating a perfect storm for delay. Stress. When we're stressed, our cognitive resources are depleted, making it harder to focus, make decisions, and regulate our emotions. This can lead to procrastination as a way to avoid further stress. Fatigue. Physical or mental exhaustion can make it difficult to summon the energy and motivation needed to tackle tasks. When we're tired, we're more likely to give in to the urge to procrastinate. Lack of motivation. If we're not intrinsically motivated by a task, or if we don't see a clear connection between the task and our long-term goals, we're more likely to procrastinate. Untangling the roots. Understanding the specific roots of your procrastination is crucial for developing effective strategies to overcome it. Take some time to reflect on your own experiences, thought patterns, and environmental influences. Ask yourself, are there any personality traits that might make me more prone to procrastination? Have I learned any procrastination behaviors from my family or friends? Is my environment conducive to productivity, or is it filled with distractions? Am I currently experiencing high levels of stress or fatigue? Am I genuinely motivated by the tasks I'm putting off? By honestly answering these questions, you can begin to untangle the complex roots of your procrastination and develop a personalized plan for breaking free from the cycle of delay. The next step is to equip yourself with the tools and techniques to address these underlying causes, which we will explore in the following chapters. Chapter 4. The Price of Postponement. The True Cost of Procrastination. Procrastination, while often perceived as a minor annoyance or a harmless quirk, carries a significant price tag. The consequences of consistently putting things off extend far beyond missed deadlines and rushed work. This chapter explores the true cost of procrastination, examining its impact on various aspects of your life, from productivity and relationships to stress levels and overall well-being. Understanding the real-world repercussions of your procrastination habits is a powerful motivator for change. Lost opportunities, the doors that close. Procrastination can lead to missed opportunities, both big and small. Whether it's failing to apply for a dream job on time, missing the deadline for a grant proposal, or simply not seizing a fleeting chance to connect with someone new, procrastination can close doors that might have led to exciting new paths. These missed opportunities can lead to feelings of regret and a sense of what could have been. Decreased productivity, the productivity drain. It's no surprise that procrastination has a detrimental effect on productivity. When we constantly postpone tasks, we end up working under pressure, rushing to meet deadlines and producing lower quality work. This not only reduces our overall output, but also creates a cycle of stress and anxiety, further hindering our productivity. The constant feeling of being behind can be exhausting and demoralizing. Damaged relationships, the erosion of trust. Procrastination can strain relationships, both personal and professional. Missing deadlines at work can damage your reputation and erode trust with colleagues and superiors. In personal relationships, consistently putting things off can lead to resentment and hurt feelings. Whether it's forgetting a birthday, canceling plans at the last minute, or failing to follow through on a promise, procrastination can damage the bonds that connect us to others. Increased stress, the burden of unfinished business. The constant feeling of having unfinished tasks hanging over your head is a major source of stress. Procrastination creates a chronic state of anxiety, as we're always aware of the things we should be doing. This chronic stress can take a toll on our physical and mental health, leading to headaches, sleep problems, irritability, and even more serious health issues. The relief we feel when we initially postpone a task is often short-lived, replaced by a lingering sense of dread and the knowledge that the task will eventually have to be faced. Negative impact on well-being, the toll on your health. The cumulative effect of lost opportunities, decreased productivity, damaged relationships, and chronic stress can significantly impact our overall well-being. Procrastination can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and self-doubt. It can erode our self-esteem and create a sense of being out of control. In some cases, chronic procrastination can even contribute to depression and other mental health issues. The Procrastination Paradox revisited. Short-term gain, long-term pain. The irony of procrastination is that we often engage in it to avoid short-term discomfort, such as the anxiety of starting a difficult task. However, this short-term gain comes at a significant long-term cost. The price of procrastination is far greater than the temporary relief it provides. It's a trade-off that ultimately leaves us feeling more stressed, less productive, and less satisfied with our lives. Breaking the cycle, investing in your future. Recognizing the true cost of procrastination is a crucial step towards breaking free from its grip. By understanding the negative impact it has on your life, you can begin to shift your perspective and see procrastination not as a harmless habit, but as a serious obstacle to your success and well-being. Investing the time and effort to overcome procrastination is an investment in your future, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your potential. Chapter 5. The Power of Awareness. Knowing your enemy. Sun Tzu famously said, "Know your enemy and know yourself, and in 100 battles you will never be defeated." This wisdom applies equally to the battle against procrastination. Before you can effectively combat procrastination, you need to understand your unique procrastination patterns. This chapter focuses on developing self-awareness, the cornerstone of any successful anti-procrastination strategy. It's about understanding your triggers, recognizing your preferred avoidance tactics, and ultimately, knowing your enemy, procrastination, inside and out. Identifying your procrastination triggers. Triggers are the specific situations, thoughts, or feelings that initiate your procrastination behavior. They can be internal, such as feelings of anxiety or boredom, or external, such as a noisy environment or a demanding task. Identifying your triggers is crucial because it allows you to anticipate and prepare for them. Some common procrastination triggers include task-related triggers, overwhelming tasks, complex projects, unpleasant chores, or tasks we perceive as boring. Emotional triggers, anxiety, fear of failure, perfectionism, boredom, frustration, or feeling overwhelmed. Environmental triggers, distractions, social media, notifications, noisy environments, lack of a dedicated workspace, or being surrounded by other procrastinators. Time-related triggers, feeling pressured by deadlines, having too much free time, or not knowing how to allocate time effectively. Recognizing your procrastination patterns. Once you've identified your triggers, it's important to recognize the specific patterns of behavior you engage in when you procrastinate. These patterns can be subtle and often become ingrained habits. Some common procrastination patterns include Avoidance tactics. Engaging in distracting activities, social media, TV, games, finding busy work to do, or simply avoiding the task altogether. Rationalization and justification. Making excuses for procrastinating, such as "I work better under pressure" or "I'll do it later." Negative self-talk. Engaging in self-criticism and self-blame, which can further fuel procrastination. Emotional responses. Experiencing feelings of guilt, shame, anxiety, or stress when thinking about the task. Preferred avoidance tactics. Your procrastination arsenal. We all have our favorite ways of procrastinating. These are the specific activities we gravitate towards when we want to avoid doing something else. Recognizing your preferred avoidance tactics is essential for developing strategies to counter them. Some common avoidance tactics include social media, scrolling through feeds, engaging in online discussions, or simply wasting time on social platforms. Entertainment, watching TV, movies, or playing video games. Busy work, engaging in low-priority tasks to avoid more important ones. Physical activities, cleaning, organizing, or engaging in other physical activities as a way to avoid sitting down and working. Overthinking, getting bogged down in planning and preparation rather than actually starting the task. Self-assessment exercises. To help you develop self-awareness, try the following exercises. Procrastination journal. Keep a journal for a week or two, noting each time you procrastinate. Record the task you were avoiding, the trigger that led to the procrastination, the avoidance tactics you used, and how you felt. Trigger inventory. Create a list of potential procrastination triggers in each of the categories mentioned above: task-related, emotional, environmental, time-related. Then, reflect on your past experiences and identify which triggers are most common for you. Avoidance tactic inventory. List all the activities you typically engage in when you procrastinate. Be honest with yourself. This list will help you recognize your preferred avoidance tactics. Journaling prompts. Use these prompts to further explore your procrastination habits. When do I typically procrastinate the most? What are the first signs that I'm about to procrastinate? What thoughts or feelings do I experience when I'm procrastinating? What are the immediate benefits of procrastinating? What are the long-term consequences of my procrastination habits? By engaging in these self-assessment exercises and reflecting on these journaling prompts, you'll gain valuable insights into your procrastination patterns. This knowledge is the first step towards developing effective strategies to overcome procrastination and take control of your time and your life. Chapter 6. Setting Smart Goals. Your Roadmap to Success. Now that you understand the inner workings of procrastination and have developed self-awareness about your personal patterns, it's time to equip yourself with the tools to take control. A crucial element of any anti-procrastination strategy is setting effective goals. This chapter introduces the SMART framework, a powerful tool for defining clear, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals that will provide direction, boost motivation, and make tasks less daunting. Why goal setting matters, especially for procrastinators. For procrastinators, goal setting is particularly important because it provides structure and focus. Vague or overwhelming goals can easily trigger procrastination, as they lack clarity and can feel insurmountable. SMART goals, on the other hand, break down larger objectives into manageable steps, making them less intimidating and more attainable. They provide a roadmap, guiding you towards your desired outcome and helping you stay on track. Introducing the SMART framework. SMART is an acronym that stands for Specific. A specific goal is clear and well-defined. It answers the questions: what do I want to accomplish? Why is this goal important? Who is involved? Where will it take place? What resources are needed? Measurable. A measurable goal allows you to track your progress and know when you've achieved it. It answers the question: how will I know when I've reached my goal? This often involves setting milestones or using quantifiable metrics. Achievable. An achievable goal is realistic and attainable. It should challenge you but not be so difficult that it leads to discouragement. It answers the question: can I realistically accomplish this goal? Relevant. A relevant goal aligns with your overall values, priorities, and long-term objectives. It answers the question: is this goal worth pursuing? Why is this goal significant to me? Time-bound. A time-bound goal has a specific deadline or time frame for completion. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you avoid procrastination. It answers the question: when do I want to achieve this goal? Applying the SMART framework. Let's look at an example of how to transform a vague goal into a SMART goal. Vague goal. Write a book. SMART goal. Write 500 words of my book manuscript every weekday for the next 3 months, completing the first draft by date. Notice how the SMART goal is much more specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, assuming writing a book aligns with the person's values, and time-bound. Tips for setting SMART goals. Start small. If you're new to goal setting, start with smaller, more manageable goals to build your confidence and momentum. Focus on one goal at a time. Avoid overwhelming yourself by trying to tackle too many goals simultaneously. Prioritize and focus on 1 or 2 key goals at a time. Write your goals down. Writing down your goals makes them more concrete and increases your commitment to achieving them. Make your goals visible. Place your written goals where you'll see them regularly, such as on your desk, your computer monitor, or your bathroom mirror. Review and adjust. Regularly review your goals to track your progress and make any necessary adjustments. Life happens, and sometimes goals need to be tweaked to remain relevant and achievable. Break down large goals. If you have a large, complex goal, break it down into smaller, more manageable sub-goals. This makes the overall goal less daunting and provides a sense of progress as you complete each sub-goal. From SMART goals to action. Setting SMART goals is just the first step. The real challenge lies in taking consistent action towards those goals. The following chapters will provide you with the tools and techniques to manage your time effectively, prioritize tasks, and cultivate the motivation needed to stay on track. But remember, your SMART goals are your roadmap. They provide the direction and focus you need to conquer procrastination and achieve your desired outcomes. Chapter 7. Time Management Mastery. Taking control of the clock. Effective time management isn't just about scheduling appointments and setting reminders. It's about strategically allocating your time to maximize productivity, minimize stress, and achieve your goals. For procrastinators, mastering time management is especially crucial, as it provides the structure and control needed to resist the urge to delay. This chapter explores practical time management techniques, including prioritization, scheduling, time blocking, and the Pomodoro technique, to help you take control of the clock and conquer procrastination. Prioritization. Focusing on what matters most. Not all tasks are created equal. Some are more urgent, some are more important, and some are simply less critical. Effective time management begins with prioritization, the art of focusing your energy on the tasks that will have the biggest impact. 2 popular prioritization methods are the Eisenhower matrix, urgent important matrix. This matrix categorizes tasks based on their urgency and importance. It helps you identify which tasks to do immediately, which to schedule, which to delegate, and which to eliminate. Do first, urgent and important crises, pressing problems, deadlines. Schedule, important but not urgent planning, relationship building, goal setting. Delegate, urgent but not important interruptions, some meetings, some emails. Eliminate, not urgent and not important trivia, busy work, time wasters. The Pareto principle, 80-20th rule. This principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identifying the 20% of tasks that yield the most significant results allows you to focus your energy where it matters most. Scheduling, putting time on your side. Once you've prioritized your tasks, it's time to schedule them. This involves allocating specific time slots for each task in your calendar or planner. Scheduling helps you visualize your day, provides structure, and prevents tasks from slipping through the cracks. When scheduling, consider your peak productivity times. Schedule your most challenging or important tasks for the times of day when you're most alert and focused. Realistic time estimates. Be realistic about how long tasks will take. It's better to overestimate slightly than to underestimate and end up feeling rushed. Buffer time. Include buffer time in your schedule to account for unexpected interruptions or delays. Breaks. Schedule regular breaks to avoid burnout and maintain focus. Time blocking. Creating dedicated focus time. Time blocking is a powerful technique that involves dedicating specific blocks of time to specific tasks or activities. Instead of just listing tasks on your to-do list, you assign them specific time slots in your calendar. This creates dedicated focus time and minimizes distractions. When time blocking, choose a time blocking method. Experiment with different time blocking methods, e.g. daily, weekly, to find what works best for you. Be specific. Clearly define what you will work on during each time block. Protect your time blocks. Treat your time blocks like important appointments and avoid scheduling other activities during those times. The Pomodoro Technique, working in focused bursts. The Pomodoro Technique is a time management method that uses short bursts of focused work followed by brief breaks to improve productivity and concentration. The basic steps are: choose a task. Select the task you want to work on. Set a timer. Set a timer for 25 minutes, a Pomodoro. Work focused. Work on the task without interruption until the timer rings. Take a break. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat. Repeat steps 2 to 4 times, then take a longer break, 15 to 20 minutes. The Pomodoro technique can be especially helpful for procrastinators because it breaks down work into manageable chunks and provides regular breaks to prevent burnout. Integrating time management into your anti-procrastination strategy. Effective time management is an essential component of overcoming procrastination. By prioritizing tasks, scheduling your time effectively, using time blocking, and incorporating techniques like the Pomodoro technique, you can create a structured and focused approach to your work. This structure will help you minimize distractions, resist the urge to procrastinate, and ultimately achieve your goals. Remember, taking control of your time is taking control of your life. Chapter 8. Task Breakdown and Microsteps. Conquering Mount Everest one step at a time. Large, complex tasks can be a major trigger for procrastination. The sheer size and scope of the project can feel overwhelming, leading to paralysis and inaction. This chapter introduces the powerful technique of task breakdown, which involves dividing large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This approach reduces anxiety, creates a sense of progress, and makes even the most daunting projects feel attainable. We'll also explore the concept of microsteps, taking this breakdown even further to create incredibly small, easy-to-accomplish actions that build momentum and pave the way for success. The power of task breakdown, from overwhelm to action. Task breakdown is a simple yet effective strategy for overcoming procrastination. It involves taking a large, overwhelming task and breaking it down into smaller, more manageable components. This process has several benefits. Reduces anxiety. Smaller tasks feel less intimidating than large ones, reducing feelings of overwhelm and anxiety that often lead to procrastination. Creates a sense of progress. As you complete each smaller task, you experience a sense of accomplishment, which boosts motivation and encourages you to keep going. Provides clarity and direction. Breaking down a task clarifies the steps involved and provides a clear roadmap for completing the project. Increases manageability. Smaller tasks are easier to manage and schedule, making it easier to integrate them into your daily or weekly routine. How to break down tasks effectively. Identify the overall goal. Start by clearly defining the overall objective you want to achieve. Divide and conquer. Break the overall goal into smaller, more manageable subtasks. Be as specific as possible. Continue breaking down. If a subtask still feels too large, break it down further until you have a series of smaller, actionable steps. Organize the steps. Arrange the smaller steps in a logical order, creating a sequence of actions that will lead you to your goal. Assign deadlines. Optional for each smaller step. Consider assigning a deadline to maintain momentum and avoid procrastination. Introducing microsteps, the power of tiny actions. Microsteps take the concept of task breakdown even further. They involve breaking down tasks into incredibly small, easy-to-accomplish actions. These steps are so small that they are almost impossible to procrastinate on. The purpose of microsteps is not necessarily to complete a significant portion of the project, but rather to overcome inertia and build momentum. Why microsteps work? Overcoming inertia. Starting is often the hardest part. Microsteps make it easy to get started, even when you're feeling unmotivated. Building momentum. Each microstep, no matter how small, creates a sense of accomplishment, which builds momentum and makes it easier to tackle the next step. Reducing resistance. The smaller the step, the less resistance you'll encounter. It's easier to convince yourself to do something small than something large. Examples of microsteps. Instead of, write a chapter of my book. Try, open the document and write one sentence. Instead of, clean the entire house. Try, wash the dishes. Instead of, start a new workout routine. Try, put on my workout clothes. Integrating task breakdown and microsteps. Combine task breakdown and microsteps for maximum effectiveness. Break down a large task into smaller steps, and then if you're still feeling hesitant, break those smaller steps down into microsteps. For example, large task, write a blog post. Smaller steps, research the topic, create an outline, write the introduction, write the body paragraphs, write the conclusion, edit the post. Microsteps, open the research document, read one article, write one bullet point for the outline. From microsteps to macro progress. The beauty of microsteps is that they can lead to macro progress. Even though each individual step might seem insignificant, the cumulative effect of many small steps can be substantial. By consistently taking microsteps, you'll gradually make progress on even the most challenging projects. Remember, small steps forward are still steps forward. Don't underestimate the power of tiny actions to help you conquer procrastination and achieve your goals. Chapter 9. The Art of Prioritization, Mastering the Essential Few. In a world of overflowing to-do lists and constant demands on our time, the ability to prioritize effectively is crucial for both productivity and well-being. For procrastinators, mastering prioritization is especially important, as it helps to focus energy on the most impactful tasks and avoid getting bogged down by less critical activities. This chapter explores the art of prioritization, providing practical techniques to help you identify the essential few and conquer the tyranny of the urgent. Why prioritization matters, especially for procrastinators. Procrastinators often struggle with prioritization. They might avoid difficult or unpleasant tasks by focusing on easier, less important ones, creating a false sense of productivity. Or they might feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks on their list and end up doing nothing at all. Effective prioritization provides clarity, reduces overwhelm, and ensures that you're investing your time in the activities that will move you closer to your goals. Key prioritization techniques. Several techniques can help you prioritize effectively. The Eisenhower Matrix, revisited as discussed in Chapter 7, the Eisenhower Matrix, Urgent Important Matrix, is a powerful tool for categorizing tasks based on their urgency and importance. It helps you distinguish between tasks that demand immediate attention, do first, tasks that should be scheduled, schedule, tasks that can be delegated, delegate, and tasks that should be eliminated, eliminate. This matrix is invaluable for prioritizing your to-do list. The Pareto Principle, 80-20th rule, revisited. The Pareto Principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identifying the 20% of activities that generate the most significant outcomes allows you to concentrate your energy where it matters most. Ask yourself, which 20% of my tasks will have the biggest impact on my goals? ABC method. This method involves categorizing your tasks into A, B, and C categories. A tasks. These are your most important tasks, the ones that have the greatest impact on your goals. They should be your top priority. B tasks. These are moderately important tasks. They should be done after your tasks. C tasks. These are your least important tasks. They can be done last or even eliminated if time is short. Moscow method. This method is particularly useful for project management and involves categorizing requirements into 4 categories. Must-have. These are essential requirements without which the project cannot be considered a success. Should-have. These are important requirements that would add significant value to the project. Could have. These are desirable but not essential requirements. Won't have. This time these are requirements that are not included in the current scope of the project. Beyond techniques. Cultivating a prioritization mindset. Prioritization is more than just applying a technique. It's about cultivating a mindset. This involves connecting tasks to goals. Always ask yourself how a task aligns with your overall goals. If a task doesn't contribute to your goals, it might be a candidate for elimination or delegation. Saying no. Learning to say no to requests that don't align with your priorities is essential for effective prioritization. This can be difficult, but it's crucial for protecting your time and energy. Focusing on the essential few. Don't try to do everything. Focus on the few tasks that will have the biggest impact and let go of the rest. Regular review. Regularly review your priorities to ensure they are still aligned with your goals and make adjustments as needed. Prioritization and the procrastination cycle. By mastering prioritization, You can break the link between procrastination and feeling overwhelmed. When you know which tasks are most important, you can focus your energy on those activities, reducing the feeling of being overwhelmed and making it easier to get started. Prioritization also helps to clarify the steps needed to achieve your goals, making them feel more manageable and less daunting. This clarity and sense of control can significantly reduce the urge to procrastinate. Chapter 10. Cultivating Motivation. Igniting your inner drive. Motivation is the engine that drives us towards our goals. It's the force that propels us to take action, even when faced with challenges or distractions. For procrastinators, cultivating motivation is essential for overcoming the inertia of delay and staying committed to their tasks. This chapter explores strategies to ignite your inner drive, boost intrinsic motivation, find meaning in your work, and connect tasks to your long-term goals and values. Understanding motivation. Intrinsic versus extrinsic. Motivation can be broadly categorized into two types. Intrinsic motivation. This type of motivation comes from within. It's driven by internal rewards, such as a sense of accomplishment, enjoyment, or personal satisfaction. When you're intrinsically motivated, you're driven by the inherent value of the task itself. Extrinsic motivation. This type of motivation comes from external factors, such as rewards, praise, or fear of punishment. While extrinsic motivation can be effective in the short term, it's often less sustainable than intrinsic motivation. Strategies for boosting intrinsic motivation. Find meaning and purpose. Connect your tasks to your larger goals and values. Ask yourself, why is this task important? How does it contribute to what I want to achieve in life? Finding meaning in your work can significantly boost your intrinsic motivation. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Instead of solely focusing on the end result, appreciate the process of learning, growing, and developing your skills. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Challenge yourself appropriately. Seek out tasks that challenge you but are still within your reach. A moderate level of challenge can be motivating, while tasks that are too easy or too difficult can lead to boredom or frustration. Cultivate curiosity. Approach tasks with a sense of curiosity and a desire to learn. Ask questions, explore different approaches, and be open to new discoveries. Embrace autonomy. Whenever possible, seek out tasks that allow you some degree of autonomy and control. Feeling in charge of your work can increase your sense of ownership and motivation. Seek mastery. Strive to improve your skills and become proficient in your work. The desire for mastery can be a powerful motivator. Connecting tasks to long-term goals and values. One of the most effective ways to boost motivation is to connect your tasks to your long-term goals and values. When you see a clear connection between what you're doing today and what you want to achieve in the future, you're more likely to stay motivated. Ask yourself, how does this task contribute to my overall goals? What values does this task reflect? How will completing this task benefit me in the long run? Overcoming motivational roadblocks. Even with the best intentions, motivation can sometimes wane. Here are some strategies for overcoming motivational roadblocks. Start small. If you're feeling unmotivated, break down the task into smaller, more manageable steps. Starting small can help you overcome inertia and build momentum. Reward yourself. Set small rewards for completing tasks or milestones. This can provide a temporary boost of extrinsic motivation while you work on cultivating intrinsic motivation. Find an accountability partner. Sharing your goals with someone else can increase your commitment and motivation. Visualize success. Imagine yourself successfully completing the task and achieving your goal. This can help to boost your confidence and motivation. Practice self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up if you have moments of low motivation. Be kind to yourself, and remember that everyone struggles with motivation from time to time. Sustaining motivation, a marathon, not a sprint. Cultivating motivation is an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to adapt your strategies as needed. Remember that motivation is not always constant. There will be times when you feel more motivated than others. The key is to develop strategies that will help you stay on track even when your motivation is low. By connecting your tasks to your values, focusing on the process, and using the techniques described in this chapter, you can cultivate a sustainable source of motivation that will propel you towards your goals and help you conquer procrastination. Chapter 11. Conquering Perfectionism. embracing imperfection and finding freedom. Perfectionism, the relentless pursuit of flawlessness, often masquerades as a virtue. However, it can be a significant driver of procrastination. The fear of not meeting impossibly high standards can paralyze us, leading to avoidance and delay. This chapter explores the connection between perfectionism and procrastination, and provides strategies for conquering perfectionistic tendencies, cultivating self-compassion, and embracing imperfection as a pathway to freedom and productivity. The perfectionism-procrastination connection. Perfectionism and procrastination are often intertwined. The perfectionist sets such high standards that they become almost impossible to achieve. This creates a fear of failure, which in turn leads to procrastination as a way to avoid the potential pain of not measuring up. The perfectionist might think, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. My work has to be flawless, or it's not good enough. I'll start when I have everything perfectly planned and prepared. This all-or-nothing thinking can be incredibly debilitating, leading to a cycle of procrastination, guilt, and self-criticism. Recognizing perfectionistic tendencies. Perfectionism can manifest in various ways. Some common signs include setting impossibly high standards for yourself and others, focusing on flaws and mistakes rather than accomplishments, fear of criticism or judgment, procrastinating due to fear of not being perfect, being overly critical of your own work, feeling anxious or stressed about making mistakes, spending excessive time on details that are not essential. The cost of perfectionism. The pursuit of perfection can come at a significant cost. Increased stress and anxiety. The constant pressure to be perfect can lead to chronic stress and anxiety. Reduced productivity. Perfectionism can lead to procrastination and make it difficult to complete tasks efficiently. Missed opportunities. The fear of not being perfect can prevent you from taking risks and pursuing new opportunities. Decreased creativity. Perfectionism can stifle creativity by making you afraid to experiment and make mistakes. Lower self-esteem. Constantly striving for perfection and never feeling good enough can erode your self-esteem. Conquering perfectionism, a path to freedom. Overcoming perfectionism is a journey, not a destination. It requires a shift in mindset and a willingness to embrace imperfection. Here are some strategies to help you on this path. Challenge your perfectionistic thoughts. When you notice perfectionistic thoughts creeping in, challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this thought realistic? Is there another way to look at this situation? Embrace imperfection. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes. Imperfection is a part of being human. Instead of striving for flawlessness, aim for progress and growth. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and forgive yourself for your mistakes. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Focus on progress, not perfection. Shift your focus from the outcome to the process. Celebrate small wins and acknowledge your progress, even if it's not perfect. Set realistic expectations. Avoid setting impossibly high standards. Be realistic about what you can achieve in a given time frame. Experiment and take risks. Don't be afraid to try new things and make mistakes. Mistakes are opportunities for learning and growth. Let go of control. Recognize that you can't control everything. Learn to let go of the need for absolute control and embrace the uncertainty of life. Embracing imperfection, a key to productivity and well-being. Letting go of perfectionism is not about lowering your standards or giving up on excellence. It's about freeing yourself from the paralyzing fear of failure and allowing yourself to be human. By embracing imperfection, you can reduce stress, increase productivity, enhance creativity, and improve your overall well-being. It's about recognizing that good enough is often better than perfect, especially when perfect is unattainable and keeps you from even starting. Embracing imperfection is not about settling for mediocrity. It's about giving yourself permission to grow, learn, and thrive without the crushing weight of unrealistic expectations. Chapter 12. Battling Fear of Failure. Reframing Setbacks and Building Resilience. Fear of failure is a powerful motivator for procrastination. The thought of not succeeding, of falling short of expectations, can be so daunting that we avoid even starting. This chapter delves into the connection between fear of failure and procrastination, exploring how this fear manifests, and provides strategies for reframing failure as a learning opportunity and developing the resilience needed to overcome setbacks and achieve your goals. The fear of failure procrastination link. Fear of failure can be a significant driver of procrastination. When we're afraid of not succeeding, we might procrastinate as a way to avoid the potential pain of failure. Procrastination can become a form of self-protection. We tell ourselves that if we fail, it's because we didn't try hard enough, not because we lack ability. This allows us to preserve our self-esteem, at least temporarily. The fear of failure can manifest in various ways. Fear of judgment, worrying about what others will think if we fail. Fear of disappointment, not wanting to disappoint ourselves or others. Fear of inadequacy, feeling like we're not good enough. Fear of the unknown, being afraid of the uncertainty that comes with trying something new. Recognizing the signs of fear of failure. Fear of failure can show up in subtle ways. Some common signs include procrastination, especially on important tasks. Perfectionism, as discussed in Chapter 11. Self-sabotage, undermining your own efforts. Avoidance of challenging tasks or situations. Negative self-talk, criticizing yourself and your abilities. Hesitation to take risks. Reframing failure, a shift in perspective. The key to overcoming fear of failure is to reframe how you view setbacks. Instead of seeing failure as a negative reflection of your worth, view it as a valuable learning opportunity. Here's how to shift your perspective. Failure is a part of the process. Accept that everyone fails at some point. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone towards it. Focus on the lessons learned. Instead of dwelling on the negative emotions associated with failure, focus on what you can learn from the experience. What could you do differently next time? Embrace growth mindset. Cultivate a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. A growth mindset allows you to see failure as an opportunity for growth, not a fixed judgment of your capabilities. Separate your self-worth from your performance. Remember that your worth as a person is not dependent on your accomplishments or failures. You are valuable regardless of your performance. Building resilience, bouncing back from setbacks. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the ability to learn from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep moving forward despite challenges. Here are some strategies for building resilience. Develop self-awareness. Understand your strengths and weaknesses, your triggers, and your coping mechanisms. Cultivate self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and support you. Focus on what you can control. Instead of dwelling on things you can't control, focus on what you can influence. Take action. Don't let fear paralyze you. Take small steps forward, even when you're feeling scared. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. This will help you build momentum and stay motivated. From fear to courage, embracing the challenge. Overcoming fear of failure is not about eliminating fear altogether. It's about learning to manage it. It's about developing the courage to take risks, try new things, and embrace the possibility of failure as a necessary part of growth and success. By reframing failure, building resilience, and focusing on learning, you can transform your fear of failure into a powerful motivator for achieving your goals. Remember, the greatest successes often come after overcoming the greatest setbacks. Chapter 13. Managing Distractions, Taming the Attention Thieves. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. Social media notifications, email alerts, instant messages, and the constant hum of the internet can make it incredibly difficult to focus and get work done. For procrastinators, distractions are particularly dangerous, as they provide a convenient escape from the task at hand. This chapter explores the nature of distractions, helps you identify your personal attention thieves, and provides practical strategies for minimizing these distractions, improving focus, and creating a productive environment where you can thrive. Understanding distractions, the attention economy. We live in an attention economy, where companies and platforms are constantly vying for our limited attention. Distractions are designed to be engaging and addictive, making it hard to resist their pull. They can be broadly categorized into external distractions. These come from your environment, such as noise, interruptions, or visual clutter. Internal distractions. These originate from your own thoughts and feelings, such as worries, anxieties, or daydreams. Identifying your personal attention thieves. Everyone is distracted by different things. What derails one person might not bother another. Identifying your personal attention thieves is crucial for developing effective strategies to manage them. Common culprits include social media, checking feeds, scrolling through posts, engaging in online discussions, email and notifications, constantly checking for new messages and alerts, instant messaging, engaging in conversations and responding to messages, internet browsing, surfing the web, reading articles, watching videos, noise, loud music, conversations, or other environmental noise, interruptions, colleagues, family members, or phone calls, internal thoughts, worries, anxieties, daydreams, or other intrusive thoughts, strategies for minimizing distractions. Create a dedicated workspace. Set up a designated workspace that is free from clutter and distractions. This could be a home office, a quiet corner in a library, or any space where you can focus without interruption. Turn off notifications. Disable notifications for social media, email, and other apps that tend to distract you. Silence your phone. Put your phone on silent or airplane mode, or better yet, leave it in another room while you work. Use website blockers. Install website blocking software to prevent yourself from accessing distracting websites during work hours. Schedule distraction time. Allocate specific times during the day for checking social media, email, or engaging in other distracting activities. This allows you to indulge in these activities without derailing your focus. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, making it easier to recognize when you're being distracted and redirect your attention back to your task. Use the Pomodoro technique. Revisited the Pomodoro technique, with its focused work intervals and short breaks, can help you manage distractions by providing structured periods of concentration. Communicate your needs. Let your colleagues, family members, or anyone who might interrupt you know that you need uninterrupted time to work. Creating a productive environment. Your environment plays a significant role in your ability to focus. Creating a productive environment involves organizing your workspace. A clean and organized workspace can reduce visual clutter and make it easier to focus. Optimizing lighting and temperature. Ensure that your workspace has adequate lighting and a comfortable temperature. Minimizing noise. If possible, find a quiet place to work or use noise-canceling headphones. Personalizing your space. Add elements to your workspace that make you feel comfortable and inspired. From distraction to focus, reclaiming your attention. Managing distractions is an ongoing process. It requires constant vigilance and a willingness to adapt your strategies as needed. By identifying your personal attention thieves, implementing the strategies outlined in this chapter, and creating a productive environment, you can reclaim your attention, improve your focus, and significantly reduce the urge to procrastinate. Remember, your attention is a precious resource. Protect it wisely. Chapter 14. Overcoming Overwhelm. Finding calm in the chaos. Feeling overwhelmed is a common experience, especially in today's fast-paced world. But for procrastinators, overwhelm can be a significant trigger for delay. The feeling of being swamped by tasks, responsibilities, or emotions can lead to paralysis and inaction. This chapter explores the nature of overwhelm, its connection to procrastination, and provides practical strategies for managing these feelings, including mindfulness techniques, stress management practices, and seeking support when needed. Understanding overwhelm, the feeling of being swamped. Overwhelm is a subjective experience. It's the feeling of being unable to cope with the demands placed upon us. It can be triggered by a variety of factors, including too many tasks, having a long to-do list, or feeling like you have too much to do. Complex projects, facing large, complex projects that feel daunting. Uncertainty and change, dealing with unexpected changes or feeling uncertain about the future. Stress and pressure, experiencing high levels of stress or feeling pressured to perform. Emotional challenges, dealing with difficult emotions such as anxiety, fear, or sadness. The Overwhelm Procrastination link. Overwhelm and procrastination often go hand in hand. When we feel overwhelmed, we might procrastinate as a way to avoid the uncomfortable feelings associated with it. Procrastination can provide a temporary sense of relief, but it ultimately exacerbates the problem by adding more to our to-do list and increasing our stress levels. Strategies for managing overwhelm. Acknowledge and validate your feelings. The first step to managing overwhelm is to acknowledge and validate your feelings. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Don't judge yourself for feeling this way. Identify the source of overwhelm. Try to pinpoint the specific factors that are contributing to your feelings of overwhelm. Is it a specific task, a relationship issue, or a general feeling of stress? Break it down. If you're feeling overwhelmed by a large task or project, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps, as discussed in Chapter 8. This can make the task feel less daunting and more achievable. Prioritize and delegate. Prioritize your tasks and focus on the most important ones, as discussed in Chapter 9. If possible, delegate tasks to others. Time management techniques. Use effective time management techniques such as scheduling, time blocking, and the Pomodoro technique, as discussed in Chapter 7, to structure your day and allocate your time effectively. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness techniques, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, can help you manage stress and become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. This can make it easier to recognize when you're feeling overwhelmed and take steps to address it. Stress management. Engage in stress-reducing activities such as exercise, spending time in nature, listening to music, or pursuing hobbies. Seek support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Talk to a friend, family member, therapist, or counselor about how you're feeling. Seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Mindfulness and overwhelm. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for managing overwhelm. It involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness practices can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, making it easier to recognize when you're feeling overwhelmed and take steps to address it. Even a few minutes of mindfulness a day can make a difference. Seeking support. You're not alone. If you're struggling to manage overwhelm on your own, don't hesitate to seek support. Talking to a therapist or counselor can provide you with tools and strategies for coping with stress and managing difficult emotions. Remember, you're not alone in this. Many people experience overwhelm, and there are resources available to help. From overwhelm to calm, reclaiming your peace. Overcoming overwhelm is an ongoing process. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to prioritize your well-being. By using the strategies outlined in this chapter, you can learn to manage your feelings of overwhelm, reduce stress, and create a sense of calm in the midst of chaos. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's essential for your health, happiness, and productivity. Chapter 15. Dealing with difficult tasks, taming the dragons. We all have tasks we dread. Whether it's writing a report, making a difficult phone call, or cleaning out the garage, some tasks just seem to loom over us, inviting procrastination. These difficult tasks, often unpleasant, boring, or challenging, are prime candidates for delay. This chapter explores strategies for tackling these dragons, including the eat the frog technique, reframing your perspective, and finding ways to make even the most challenging tasks more engaging. The procrastination magnet. Why we avoid difficult tasks. Difficult tasks trigger procrastination for a variety of reasons. Unpleasantness. We naturally avoid things we find unpleasant, whether it's the task itself or the anticipated emotions associated with it. Challenge. Challenging tasks can feel overwhelming, especially if we're unsure of our abilities. Boredom. Repetitive or tedious tasks can be incredibly boring, making it hard to stay motivated. Fear of failure. We might avoid difficult tasks because we're afraid of not doing them well or of being judged. Lack of clarity. If we're not clear about the steps involved in a task or the desired outcome, we might be more likely to put it off. Eating the frog. Tackling the toughest task first. Eating the frog is a popular time management technique that involves tackling your most challenging or unpleasant task first thing in the morning. This approach has several benefits. Reduces procrastination. By getting the difficult task out of the way early, you're less likely to procrastinate on it throughout the day. Boosts productivity. Completing a challenging task first thing in the morning can create a sense of accomplishment and set a positive tone for the rest of the day. Reduces stress. Knowing that you've already tackled your toughest task can reduce stress and anxiety throughout the day. How to eat the frog effectively. Identify your frog. At the end of each day or the beginning of the next, identify the most challenging or unpleasant task on your to-do list. This is your frog. Schedule it. Schedule a specific time to tackle your frog first thing in the morning. Just do it. When the scheduled time arrives, don't overthink it. Just dive in and get started. No excuses. Resist the urge to put it off. Remember, the longer you wait, the harder it will be. Reframing difficult tasks. Changing your perspective. Sometimes, the way we perceive a task can influence our willingness to tackle it. Reframing difficult tasks involves changing your perspective to make them seem less daunting. Try these strategies. Focus on the benefits. Instead of dwelling on the unpleasant aspects of the task, focus on the positive outcomes that will result from completing it. Break it down. Again, if the task still feels overwhelming, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps, as discussed in Chapter 8. Find a connection to your goals. Remind yourself how completing this task will help you achieve your larger goals. Visualize success. Imagine yourself successfully completing the task. This can help to boost your confidence and motivation, making difficult tasks more engaging. Even with reframing, some tasks are just inherently boring or unpleasant. Here are some ways to make these tasks more engaging. Gamify it. Turn the task into a game by setting challenges, tracking your progress, and rewarding yourself for milestones. Find a way to make it interesting. Look for ways to connect the task to your interests or find an aspect of it that you genuinely enjoy. Combine it with something enjoyable. Listen to music or podcasts while you work, or reward yourself with a treat after completing a certain portion of the task. Change your environment. Sometimes a change of scenery can make a difference. Try working in a different location or at a different time of day. From dread to done, conquering the dragons. Dealing with difficult tasks is an essential part of overcoming procrastination. By using techniques like eating the frog, reframing your perspective, and making tasks more engaging, you can transform these dreaded tasks from dragons to be feared into challenges to be conquered. Remember, facing and overcoming difficult tasks not only boosts your productivity, but also strengthens your self-confidence and resilience. Chapter 16. Building Momentum and Consistency. Staying on the procrastination-free path. You've made significant progress in understanding your procrastination habits, developing effective strategies, and overcoming many of the challenges that once held you back. But overcoming procrastination is not a sprint, it's a marathon. This chapter focuses on the crucial next step, building momentum and consistency. It's about developing strategies to maintain your progress, create consistent habits, and avoid slipping back into old procrastination patterns. The challenge of maintaining momentum. One of the biggest challenges in overcoming procrastination is maintaining momentum. It's easy to feel motivated and productive for a while, but then life happens. Stress, unexpected events, or simply a lack of focus can lead to a slip-up, and before you know it, you're back in your old procrastination habits. Building consistency is key to preventing these relapses. Strategies for building momentum. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small. This reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated. Don't wait for big milestones to celebrate. Recognize and appreciate the small steps you take each day. Track your progress. Keep a record of your progress. This could be a journal, a checklist, or a tracking app. Seeing how far you've come can be a powerful motivator. Focus on the positive. Instead of dwelling on slip-ups or setbacks, focus on the positive changes you've made and the progress you've achieved. Visualize success. Regularly visualize yourself successfully completing tasks and achieving your goals. This can help to reinforce positive beliefs and keep you motivated. Find a rhythm. Establish a daily or weekly routine that incorporates your anti-procrastination strategies. This creates structure and makes it easier to stay on track. Creating consistent habits. Habits are powerful. They're the automatic behaviors we perform without much conscious thought. Creating consistent anti-procrastination habits is essential for long-term success. Here's how to build them. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on developing 1 or 2 key habits at a time. Be patient. Building habits takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Be patient and persistent. Make it easy. Make it as easy as possible to perform the desired behavior. For example, if you want to make it a habit to work out in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Cue your habits. Use cues or triggers to remind you to perform your habits. This could be a specific time of day, a location, or another activity. Reward yourself. Reward yourself after performing the desired behavior. This reinforces the habit and makes it more likely to be repeated. Avoiding relapses. Staying on track. Relapses are a normal part of the process of overcoming procrastination. Don't be discouraged if you slip up occasionally. The key is to learn from your relapses and get back on track as quickly as possible. Here's how to avoid relapses. Identify your triggers. Be aware of the situations, thoughts, or feelings that tend to trigger your procrastination habits. Develop coping strategies. Develop strategies for dealing with these triggers. This might involve changing your environment, practicing mindfulness, or talking to someone you trust. Don't beat yourself up. If you do slip up, don't beat yourself up about it. Acknowledge the slip-up, learn from it, and move on. Remember your why. Remind yourself of the reasons why you want to overcome procrastination. This can help you stay motivated and committed to your goals. From momentum to mastery, living a procrastination-free life. Building momentum and consistency is the bridge between short-term success and long-term mastery. By consistently applying the strategies and techniques you've learned, you can create a procrastination-free lifestyle. It's about transforming your relationship with work, time, and yourself, moving from a place of avoidance and stress to a place of productivity, peace, and fulfillment. Chapter 17. The Power of Accountability. Sharing the Journey. Overcoming procrastination is a personal journey, but it doesn't have to be a solitary one. The power of accountability can be a game changer, providing the support, encouragement, and gentle nudges needed to stay on track. This chapter explores the benefits of accountability partners, mentors, or support groups, and how they can help you maintain motivation, stick to your goals, and navigate the challenges of building a procrastination-free lifestyle. Why accountability matters. Accountability is the obligation to answer for your actions and decisions. When you're accountable to someone else, you're more likely to follow through on your commitments. This is because external motivation. Knowing that someone else is checking on your progress can provide an extra layer of motivation. We don't want to let others down. Shared responsibility. Sharing your goals with someone else creates a sense of shared responsibility. You're not just accountable to yourself, you're accountable to your partner as well. Support and encouragement. Accountability partners can provide support and encouragement during challenging times. They can offer a listening ear, share their own experiences, and help you stay positive. Constructive feedback. Accountability partners can offer constructive feedback, helping you identify areas for improvement and stay on track. Finding your accountability partner. An accountability partner can be a friend, family member, colleague, mentor, or anyone who is willing to support you on your journey. The most important qualities in an accountability partner are trustworthiness. You need to trust your partner and feel comfortable sharing your goals and challenges with them. Supportiveness. Your partner should be supportive and encouraging, even when you're struggling. Honesty. Your partner should be honest with you, providing constructive feedback and holding you accountable for your actions. Availability. Your partner should be available to check in with you regularly. Working effectively with an accountability partner. Set clear expectations. Discuss your goals, your preferred communication style, and how often you'd like to check in. Establish a system. Create a system for tracking your progress and sharing updates with your partner. This could involve regular meetings, shared documents, or using a tracking app. Be honest and open. Be honest with your partner about your challenges and struggles. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Offer mutual support. Accountability is a two-way street. Offer support and encouragement to your partner as well. Celebrate successes. Celebrate each other's successes, no matter how small. Mentorship. Guidance and wisdom. A mentor can provide valuable guidance and wisdom based on their own experiences. A mentor can help you navigate challenges, offer advice, and provide a different perspective on your goals. Finding a mentor can be a great way to accelerate your progress and avoid common pitfalls. Support groups. Sharing the journey with others. Support groups offer a sense of community and shared experience. Connecting with others who are also working to overcome procrastination can be incredibly validating and motivating. Support groups can provide a safe space to share your struggles, learn from others, and receive encouragement. Integrating accountability into your anti-procrastination plan. Accountability is a powerful tool that can significantly enhance your anti-procrastination efforts. Whether you choose an accountability partner, a mentor, a support group, or a combination of these approaches, the key is to find a system that works for you and stick with it. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. Sharing the journey with others can make the road to a procrastination-free life much smoother and more enjoyable. Chapter 18. Self-care and well-being. fueling your anti-procrastination engine. Overcoming procrastination is not just about techniques and strategies. It's also about taking care of yourself. Self-care and well-being are not luxuries. They are essential components of a successful anti-procrastination strategy. When you're well-rested, healthy, and emotionally balanced, you're better equipped to manage stress, resist distractions, and stay motivated. This chapter emphasizes the importance of self-care, including adequate sleep, regular exercise, healthy eating, and stress management, as crucial elements of a procrastination-free lifestyle. The self-care procrastination connection. Procrastination can be both a symptom and a cause of poor self-care. When we're stressed, tired, or feeling emotionally depleted, we're more likely to procrastinate. Conversely, procrastination can lead to increased stress, guilt, and shame, which can further negatively impact our well-being. Prioritizing self-care is not just about feeling good. It's about creating the foundation for a productive and fulfilling life. The pillars of self-care. Adequate sleep. Sleep deprivation can impair cognitive function, reduce motivation, and increase stress levels, making it much harder to resist procrastination. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Establish a regular sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and ensure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Regular exercise. Exercise is a powerful stress reliever and mood booster. It can also improve focus, concentration, and energy levels. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. Find activities you enjoy, whether it's walking, running, swimming, dancing, or playing sports. Healthy eating. A balanced diet provides your body and brain with the nutrients they need to function optimally. Avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive caffeine. Focus on eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. Stress management. Chronic stress can significantly contribute to procrastination. Develop healthy coping mechanisms for managing stress, such as mindfulness practices, meditation, deep breathing, yoga, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies you enjoy. Mindfulness and relaxation. Regularly incorporate mindfulness and relaxation practices into your routine. Even a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing can help reduce stress and improve focus. Social connection. Nurture your relationships with friends and family. Social connection provides support, reduces feelings of isolation, and boosts overall well-being. Hobbies and interests. Make time for activities you enjoy. Engaging in hobbies and interests can help you relax, recharge, and reduce stress. Integrating self-care into your anti-procrastination plan. Self-care should be an integral part of your anti-procrastination plan. It's not something to do after you've completed all your tasks. It's something to prioritize as part of your plan. Here are some ways to integrate self-care into your routine. Schedule it. Just like you schedule important meetings or appointments, schedule time for self-care activities. Treat these appointments as non-negotiable. Prioritize it. Don't let self-care fall to the bottom of your to-do list. Recognize its importance and make it a priority. Start small. If you're new to self-care, start small. Even a few minutes of meditation or a short walk can make a difference. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your body's signals. If you're feeling tired, take a break. If you're feeling stressed, engage in a relaxing activity. From burnout to balance, sustaining your energy. Prioritizing self-care is not about being selfish. It's about being smart. When you take care of yourself, you have more energy, focus, and resilience to tackle your tasks and achieve your goals. It's about creating a sustainable balance between productivity and well-being. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By prioritizing self-care, you're not just improving your ability to overcome procrastination. You're investing in your long-term health, happiness, and success. Chapter 19. Embracing progress, not perfection. The power of self-compassion. The journey to overcoming procrastination is not a linear one. There will be setbacks, slip-ups, and moments when you feel like you're not making progress. In these moments, self-compassion is your greatest ally. This chapter reinforces the message of self-compassion, emphasizing its importance in the process of overcoming procrastination. It's about learning to celebrate small wins, acknowledging your progress, and focusing on growth rather than striving for unattainable perfection. Why self-compassion matters. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer a friend who is struggling. It involves recognizing your imperfections, acknowledging your struggles, and offering yourself encouragement and support. Self-compassion is essential for overcoming procrastination because it reduces self-criticism. Procrastination is often accompanied by negative self-talk and self-criticism. Self-compassion helps to quiet that inner critic and replace it with a more supportive voice. Promotes resilience. When you're self-compassionate, you're better equipped to bounce back from setbacks and learn from your mistakes. Increases motivation. Self-compassion can actually boost motivation. When you're not afraid of making mistakes, you're more likely to take risks and try new things. Enhances well-being. Self-compassion is linked to increased happiness, reduced anxiety, and improved overall well-being. The 3 components of self-compassion. Dr. Kristin Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, identifies 3 core components. Self-kindness. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding rather than harsh judgment. This involves acknowledging your struggles and offering yourself support and encouragement. Common humanity. Recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and experiences difficulties. Understanding that you're not alone in your struggles can help to reduce feelings of isolation and shame. Mindfulness. Being aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness allows you to observe your struggles with compassion and acceptance. Practicing self-compassion. Recognize your inner critic. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are you harsh and judgmental, or kind and supportive? Challenge negative self-talk. When you notice negative self-talk, challenge its validity. Ask yourself, is this thought realistic? Is there another way to look at this situation? Offer yourself encouragement. Imagine what you would say to a friend who is struggling. Offer yourself the same words of encouragement and support. Acknowledge your progress. Celebrate your small wins and acknowledge how far you've come. Focus on your progress, not just your imperfections. Forgive yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Forgive yourself for your slip-ups and move on. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life. This can help to shift your focus from negativity to positivity. Embracing progress, not perfection. The pursuit of perfection is a never-ending journey that can lead to frustration and disappointment. Instead of striving for unattainable perfection, focus on making progress. Celebrate your small wins, acknowledge your efforts, and be kind to yourself along the way. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Small steps forward are still steps forward. Don't let the desire for perfection prevent you from taking action. Mistakes are opportunities for growth. View mistakes as learning opportunities. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're a natural part of the learning process. Self-compassion is a strength, not a weakness. Being self-compassionate is not about being soft on yourself. It's about being kind to yourself so you can keep moving forward. From self-criticism to self-support, a foundation for success. Self-compassion is not just a feel-good emotion. It's a powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and achieving your goals. By embracing progress, not perfection, and treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you can create a more supportive and nurturing inner environment that fosters growth, resilience, and lasting change. Remember, the journey to a procrastination-free life is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and embrace the power of self-compassion. Chapter 20. Living a procrastination-free life, reclaiming your time and your potential. You've reached the final chapter of this journey to conquer procrastination. You've learned about the roots of procrastination, developed effective strategies, and practiced techniques to manage your time, overcome challenges, and cultivate motivation. Now, it's time to envision and create a future free from the constraints of procrastination. This chapter is about solidifying your progress, embracing your newfound freedom, and focusing on achieving your goals, pursuing your passions, and living a more fulfilling life. Reflecting on your journey. Take a moment to reflect on your journey. How far have you come? What challenges have you overcome? What victories have you celebrated? Acknowledging your progress is essential for solidifying your gains and maintaining your motivation. Envisioning your procrastination-free future. Imagine what your life will be like without the burden of procrastination. What will you accomplish? What will you have time for? How will you feel? Creating a clear vision of your procrastination-free future can be a powerful motivator. Visualize yourself. Achieving your goals. Imagine yourself confidently pursuing and achieving your goals, both big and small. Pursuing your passions. Picture yourself dedicating time to the activities and hobbies that bring you joy and fulfillment. Living with less stress. Envision a life with less stress and anxiety, where you feel more in control of your time and your life. Stronger relationships. Imagine having stronger, more fulfilling relationships, free from the strain of broken promises and missed deadlines. Increased self-esteem. Picture yourself feeling more confident and self-assured, knowing that you are capable of achieving your goals. Creating your procrastination-free plan. Now that you have a vision of your future, it's time to create a plan for making it a reality. This plan should include ongoing self-care. Continue to prioritize self-care activities, such as adequate sleep, regular exercise, healthy eating, and stress management. These are essential for maintaining your energy, focus, and resilience. Consistent application of strategies. Continue to use the strategies and techniques you've learned throughout this book, such as time management techniques, prioritization, task breakdown, and mindfulness practices. Regular review and adjustment. Regularly review your goals and your progress. Be willing to adjust your plans as needed. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, so flexibility is key. Embracing lifelong learning. Continue to learn and grow. Seek out new challenges and opportunities for personal and professional development. Living your best life. A procrastination-free life is not just about being more productive. It's about living a more fulfilling life. It's about having the time and energy to pursue your passions, connect with loved ones, and make a difference in the world. It's about reclaiming your time, your potential, and your life. Key takeaways. Procrastination is a habit that can be broken. Self-awareness is the key to understanding your procrastination patterns. Effective strategies and techniques can help you overcome procrastination. Self-care and well-being are essential for a procrastination-free lifestyle. Embracing progress, not perfection, is crucial for maintaining momentum. Living a procrastination-free life is about reclaiming your time, your potential, and your life. Final thoughts. Congratulations on completing this journey to conquer procrastination. You now have the tools and knowledge you need to live a more productive, fulfilling, and procrastination-free life. Remember that overcoming procrastination is an ongoing process. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never stop learning and growing. Embrace the freedom that comes with taking control of your time and your life. Go forth and create the future you envision. You have the power to achieve your dreams and live your best life.